Hi guys! Welcome back to another episode from Blended to Besties.
Yep.
What number is this? 4?
I was really hoping you knew.
I think it's 4. I'm pretty sure it's 4. We're doing really bad at keeping track of it. It's 4 because I just edited 3.
Then
So we're 4. Sorry about that. Yeah, we're back for another episode.
We are back for it. We're a little off our game because it's Friday and we usually film on Wednesdays.
Yes.
So
A different schedule.
bear with us. Today we are going to be touching on confidence. We get questions all the time on social media about how do you guys stay so confident? You know, like what advice would we give other moms and other women how to be confident? You know, just our whole confidence journey. But before that, just talking about our week.
Our week coming up. I was going to say it's Valentine's Day week, but it technically isn't. But we have a bunch of Valentine's Day things that we're wanting to do as far as content-wise.
Valentine's Day is on Monday, right? Not this Monday.
Next Monday.
Okay.
Next Monday, yeah.
Oh, okay. Next Monday.
Yes. Okay. You guys, if we're uploading this on Tuesday, yesterday, which should be Monday, we would have uploaded a Valentine's DIY drunken chocolate covered strawberries on Amazon Live. So if you guys are trying to find a cute little recipe to enjoy with your significant other, we will be doing that on Amazon Live, or we will have already done that. I'm trying to like think in the future, but I can't do that very well.
And if it's not there, I'm sorry. You might have gotten sick or something.
My bad. It might be there on Wednesday, maybe. Give it a day. No panic. I'm gonna be like, wait, tell the podcasters we'd be doing
That's gonna
it.
hold us accountable to make sure that we actually get it done.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day plans. We are double dating for Valentine's Day.
Yes.
We got invited to go to our favorite winery, which is Keel and Curly, and they are doing a four freaking courses.
I know.
4-course
Can
dinner.
we talk about how when they said 4-course dinner, I scrolled all the way to the end to see what the dessert was?
I didn't get the menu.
Oh, I creeped on the menu. I had to figure it out. I was not going to be surprised with the menu. I needed to know, and they do have dessert, so I was happy.
Is that the 4th course? Dessert?
Yeah. It's a charcuterie board, a salad, the entree, and then dessert.
We each get our own charcuterie?
I don't think we each get our own charcuterie board. I think each couple gets their own charcuterie board.
Their charcuterie board.
So you don't have to share with me, but you're going to have to share with Travis, which is even worse, because I feel like he eats.
And who's getting the kids? We're going to bring like the kids a snack or something.
I thought they would just do the kids meal. I mean, a burger and fries. Like, when do the kids ever eat anything fancy?
It's true. Michael's getting a little fancy. He's getting
He
a little
is.
douchey.
He
He was
is.
eating that charcuterie board when we were at Killing Girl the other day.
I came with him. That's true.
So, confidence. I'll tell you what, my confidence journey has come a long way. I went from being literally like in high school, well, I mean, even just growing up, I remember, you know, I was young, like a teenager, and my mom like looking at me and saying, just making comments about like, oh, when I was high school, I was about 10 pounds lighter than you. Or
Really?
yes, girl. My mom used to say stuff like that to me all the time. She'd be like, oh yeah, well, you know, or she'd like her little like backhanded compliments, be like, oh, well, you know, I was like 10 pounds lighter. And
mean.
that's what I grew up with, okay? And just like, she never was like, you're fat or whatever, but she was just like, she would always make comments about like, oh, well, I was a size 2, you know, like when I was like a size 5 in high school or whatever. For reference, I'm 5'3", about 120 pounds. In high school, I was also 5'3" and about 120 pounds. So I carried the weight a little different, I think, because, you know, when you have kids, your bodies change. But yeah, so I just remember being super, and I think that's why, like, maybe I was so, like, emo and, like, wearing, like, black all the time, and,
So, like, hide, essentially?
Yeah! The things you say, like, really do affect your kids. You gotta remember that.
Yeah. Well,
And-
especially as a teenager, like, you're already,
for
like,
sure.
vulnerable as it is.
Yeah, I was a super weird kid. I mean, I still really am kind of weird, but...
Yeah, you are.
And then, you know, I never fully hit puberty, obviously. You know, still no tatas. No booty. You know, I'm just bone. And no hips, no nothing. And I didn't get essentially like a glow up or whatever until I was like 17. So that's when I really like came into my own. And then, I don't know, like then I got married and, you know, gained a bunch of weight from being pregnant. My confidence was like up and down, and then, you know, found out I had anxiety and depression and battled through all that. So my confidence has been a wild ride. What about you? Like, what was like your earlier years like? I feel like you were always like really pretty though, so.
Well, remember I told you the other day, I didn't start wearing makeup until like in my 20s because you just didn't even think. I wasn't surrounded by anyone who wore makeup, so it wasn't like, oh my God, I need to be pretty like her. Like no one in my high school for some reason really wore makeup or anything, so that wasn't a factor for me. But it's funny how you're saying like how your mom said, you know, she was 10 pounds skinnier, and it's like so opposite in Hispanic culture because every single time, because I was so skinny, my grandmother was like, you need to eat, you need to put food, like you need to gain a butt, you are so skinny, you have nothing back there, that's embarrassing. And I was just like,
I remember we went to your grandma's house recently and she said something about like,
oh, yeah, she was so happy. She's like, finally you gained some weight. Yeah, she's like, finally you put on some weight, you got some meat on those bones. And I was like, wow. And like she said in Spanish, like, ya te poniste gordita. And I was like, oh, she just called me fat. But like, it's like a compliment that she was trying to give out. But like, it wasn't a compliment for me because I know when I was skinny and I was like confident being skinnier back then, like they hated it. And now that like I've gained more weight and I'm self-conscious, they're like, yes, this is what you were supposed to do. And I'm just like, no. No.
Yeah, I remember when I got married for the first time when I was 18, I ended up dropping. I was around 120, 122 pounds. I stayed 100 pounds, like on the dot, up until I had Michael, and then I got pregnant, and I felt the need to like drop the weight so instantly because like I tied my confidence in like being pretty and stuff with like being skinny. Because when I was in high school, you know, like I was invisible, but you know, I dyed my hair blonde.
You changed completely.
Yeah, and I got so many compliments, like, oh my God, I wish my body was like yours. And, you know, like my mom stopped with the backhanded compliments because, you know, my mom was overweight for a really long time. And I was like super duper duper skinny. And then when Mike and I divorced, but I was like unhealthily skinny, like borderline eating disorder, like just that whole mess. But gained the weight back. And let me tell you what, I love Bryce, but my body post Michael, when I did gain the weight back, I was like 115 pounds. I gained it in like the right areas. My butt, I had a little booty going on, like, you know, I was still flat everywhere else, but that's when I was on Tinder too, girl. And I was looking good, okay?
Yeah.
And I don't know, I feel like my confidence has just gone like up and down. What really helped though, I will say, was if you're looking to be more confident, I would suggest hanging around people who have what you want. So like if you want to be more confident, I would hang around confident people because that really helped me. Like I was telling you the other day, like my friend Hannah back in the day, she was like one of the most confident people I've ever met in my life. And when I was single after my divorce, I would go out with her all the time and you could not tell that girl anything. Like she was the hottest bitch, okay? She was, and it made me more confident hanging around her. And I don't know, like I really did. I feel like I was like the baddest bitch out there. And it really helped my confidence. Like I would hang out places by myself, which I would have never done. Never go to a bar by myself, never go out to eat by myself. Like I would have never done that before. And hanging out with her, she used to do it all the time. And so I was like, if she can do it, I can do it.
Yeah, anyone can do it at this point.
So going out, hanging around with people who build you up and not just, you know, are constantly complaining about their weight because it's going to make you double check yours. Like, you know, you look good. Why are you constantly complaining about your weight? Is there something wrong with me? Because, you know, I'm a little bit heavier than you type thing. And just being around people who like have the same mentality that either you want or that, you know, like you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't know if I ever had anyone with the same mentality. I mean, I think you're the closest friend I've had that we're the most alike in everything. So it's like, I forgot what I was trying to get with the point with this. Like how do I say this? I've been with around so many diverse people that I never really like compared or like contrasted myself until like we started doing social media and like we're just so alike and then people were comparing and contrasting us and I was like, damn. And I was like, now I have to like think about myself. And I've talked to Mike when we first started doing this. So I was like, I went from like not thinking anything was wrong to like, I don't know, like do I have things to like question because in high school, I was into so many sports. I didn't do makeup because I didn't think I need to, and I had no one around me that did it, so I didn't think it was like a thing that girls needed to do. I was weightlifting, I was doing sports, I was in great shape, eating like shit, but like it wasn't affecting me. So I was like living my best life, and it wasn't until like I started getting older and I started like looking at my pictures in high school year, and I was like, damn, I was like in so much shape. And then like I tried to reach it so hard that I was like, I need to go back to how I was. I need to go back to how I was. That I wasn't okay with how, you know, I was in the current stage. And then like now, several years later, I'm like, I should have just been happy where I was, and I would have been like less stressed out now.
Isn't it crazy? Because I remember doing that. Like I remember looking, you know, when I was single during those few years, looking back at the pictures where I was like super skinny, and I was like, damn, like I wish I looked like that. And now today I look back at those pictures of when I was single, and I was like, damn, what was wrong with me? I wish I looked like that. You know what I mean?
That's how I feel.
It's like never, you're never happy where you are. Like you always want something different.
And the craziest thing is back in high school, where if you look at me, like I am fit, I am like put together, like flat as a board. I weigh more back in high school than I do right now.
Really?
Because I lifted weights. So I was almost 135, almost hitting 140. I was a size 5 and 7 in pants.
I was a size 5 in high school.
Which I was like, oh my God, this is such a humongous size. Like every girl's trying to be 0 and 1, but my thighs were so goddamn strong and thick that like you couldn't see that I was wearing all that weight. And now here I am like almost 20, 30 pounds lighter, and I'm like, why don't I look like that? And I'm 30 pounds lighter. Like I don't
also
get
weighs
it.
more than fat.
So that upset me too, because I was like, I am fitting in size 1 jeans. You know, I am, you know, the ideal weight that I wanted to be, but I'm not that same shape.
Yep, you're flabby, like me.
I was like, damn.
We flabby.
And I used to think about like what you're eating, and like that just drives me insane. So I think to the point, like, to try to be more confident, I'm just like, not caring, but like, I have to love myself, and as long as I love myself, I don't give a shit about what anyone else has to say.
You know what? And it sucks because before we started on social media, like I've, especially, you know, post high school, I've been pretty confident. I know I'm a good looking girl. I know I'm not even like a 10, but you know, I'm a good looking girl. You know, I've got a good personality. I was a pretty confident girl, you know. But getting on social media, I never knew how much people hated me and how ugly people thought I was, and just like the constant comparing between me and you. I'm like, damn. And I know I think, and I'm like, damn, do I really look like that much older? Where people are like, oh, I thought she was your daughter, and I'm like, I thought she was my daughter. Like, and I'm like looking at myself in the mirror differently, and I'm like talking to my husband. And my husband, you know, I mean, there has been times where, you know, like I've cried.
Oh, same.
And I've wanted, you know, to get shit done, and he's like, no, you know, you don't need all this stuff done, and this and that, and I'm like, you know, like I've never even considered getting Botox or anything like that up until this past year. But also, I didn't really know much about it, and I always thought it was like, you know, like the movies where your face was like, I mean, I'm gonna get it, okay? I'm not saying, you know, because do what makes you happy. That's another thing that we're gonna talk about today too, is not judging and, you know, like doing what makes you happy. But, yeah, like I never knew what was wrong with me until I joined
Until they let you know, they pick you and they tell you.
How ugly I am, and like just.
But then after a while, I mean, I know in the beginning, I used to like read into everything, and I was so upset, and like now to this day, I'm just like, one, we've learned a lot that like we'll take a photo one day and we look like amazing, and the next day we look like hot messes, and I'm just like, nothing's changed besides the ankle. So like I just know I'm not ugly, I'm not fat, I just don't have good angles, and as long as I tell myself that, I'm not as like upset as I was in the beginning. And all the people who've given us hate comments, this might sound petty, I don't know if it does, I don't give a shit. We've never been told shitty comments by anyone who looks like good, like someone that we should envy. So it's like, if you look the way you look and you're talking shit about me, like I could easily go back to you, but I'm not gonna do that to you. I'm just gonna be like, your diss means nothing to me. You got nothing to offer. You have no reason for me to be envious. Yeah, like, okay, you think I'm ugly, that's cool, live your best life. I could say things about you, but I'm not going to, because I'm not going to destroy you the way you're trying to destroy me.
I used to, though.
And like, oh, so did I.
Oh, I used to. Oh my God, remember we used to just like rip people to shreds.
So did I, but you know, hurt people, want to hurt other people, and that's fine.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing too. It's 90% of just men that I would never even look in their direction anyway. Again, no shade, not trying to be rude, but it's the absolute truth, that want to call me ugly and be like, oh, he upgraded, oh, you know, you're fat, oh, whatever, you know.
Yeah, just trying to be.
Like, okay, no one has ever told me in my life that I look 40, but sure, man.
I think a big thing is just like not caring. Like I was telling Mike the other day, we were at the mall. I didn't mean to interrupt you. We were at the mall and there was a girl who was a bit bigger and she was wearing a crop top. And I was like, so many girls this day and age, especially like 2021, 2022, are wearing crop tops and just don't give a shit. They don't give a shit that they're bigger. They're wearing what they want because they feel confident. And I'm just like, that's the mentality that you need. It doesn't matter what size you are. It doesn't matter how you look. If you think you're like hot shit, who cares what anyone else says? And I'm like, I just need to think like that all the time.
Right.
Not like I need to hide my belly because I feel self-conscious or be like, should I put makeup on today? I'm just going to be like, I'm the hottest shit and I don't care what anyone else says. And as long as I believe it, that's all that matters.
You need to definitely surround yourself with people who have that.
Who will help you believe it too.
Help you believe it too, because if you're around people who are constantly just bringing themselves down, it's gonna dampen you and it's gonna cause you to look at yourself and you're gonna be like, damn, you know. Again, like if you think your friend is beautiful and she's constantly being like, oh, my nose is too big, oh, my armpits, you know, are this, and oh, you know, I don't like that, you're gonna be like, damn, you know, like my nose is bigger than yours. Like, does that mean my nose is too big? Like, it's just gonna make you really like doubt yourself. I will say though that when we first started, especially me, I had to be like done up to like the 10s when we were filming anything. Like clothing done. You would not catch me in a pair of sweatpants. My hair would not be up in a bun. It was curled. Like if you look at my other videos, like always had liner on. Like I always made sure I looked put together because I was so scared of what people were gonna say. So sorry we got interrupted by the kids. Yeah, I always had to have my hair curled. Like you wouldn't catch me like without looking like a 10, in my opinion. My personal 10 that I could get to. And now, you know, a lot of times I don't give a shit. I still gotta have a filter on sometimes. But I even posted a while ago. There was like a skincare thing that I was trying to post and I didn't have a filter on, no makeup, no nothing, like just showing the skincare. Like I'm a lot more relaxed because I guess it was because we were roasted so hard and just people were so mean and it was just, it definitely, I think it did help our confidence, as weird as that sounds. Like, you know, you can't impress everybody and I think that's what it was. Like, yes, you know, Billy Bob and Jameson over here think I'm ugly, but you know, I have 17 other people over here who think I'm good looking.
And that's the thing, it kept going like back and forth between people sending us, you know, mean comments and then sending us nice comments and then, you know, preferring you and then preferring me. So I was like, everyone's just gonna think
you can't be everyone's cup of tea. And I think that realizing that, like, and the fact that I'm married, like
I tell myself all the time.
It doesn't matter what anyone else thinks except for my husband because I'm married.
Yeah.
And, you know, I mean, of course everyone wants to feel beautiful and they want to look nice and they want to, you know, do all this, but at the end of the day, it's like, it really doesn't give a shit. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, and
like, who gives a shit? These people are random strangers online who are probably just like scrolling along. They'll look at you for 5 seconds, leave their hate comment.
They'll never remember.
Yeah.
Remember us. And it's whatever we feel comfortable with, I think, is the only thing that really matters. Like that video that we had a couple of months ago, maybe it was, where I wasn't wearing makeup and you were, and that lady was like so upset. It's like, I didn't want to. I don't give a shit. And I said, you know, if it was something where I was like, hey, Megan, let me go put on makeup because I feel uncomfortable, you know, I would have said it. I would have brought it up. But, like, I just genuinely don't
Sometimes
care.
You just don't want to.
Yeah. And then, like, to even try to compare each other, like, you're going to be however you want. I'm going to be however I want. I don't care. I want to wear whatever I want to wear. If I want to go from dressed up super nice and all done up to not doing my hair and wearing baggy clothes, like, if I'm sitting here, I'm, like, ready to go, that's all that matters. Like, I don't care.
Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Definitely.
And I love me my baggy clothes.
Me too. I love my baggy clothes too. But confidence on the other scale, me personally, I believe, do what makes you happy. All these people who get hate online for getting their lips done, getting Botox, you know, getting their tits done, getting their ass done, you know, whatever, and them getting hate, like, I don't think that's okay. Do what makes you happy. You have one life to live.
Yep.
I'm gonna be getting some shit done. I'll tell you that right now. I'm gonna be very open about it on social media because I don't want people to look at me and be like, oh my God, what are you doing with your skin? Your skin looks amazing. And me be like, oh, it's just my new cleanser. Like, no, if I'm getting Botox done, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I got Botox done. Because I don't want to give anyone like false expectations. I'm gonna be getting my titties done. Just
like that time that the girl was like, your lips are so pretty. And I was like, thanks, doctor did it.
I know.
And they were like, what? Like,
yes.
I've got Botox and lip fillers done for how many years now? Like, I
know your forehead looks great. I'm jealous. I look at mine all the time and I'm like, if I would have started earlier, I wouldn't have the lines that I had now.
Do you think that?
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, I don't know how that
angry face all the time. Yeah, it's called preventative Botox.
I wasn't even doing it for that reason. Like, I just did it. I remember when I first like spoke to the doctor about it, and Mike was like, I don't think you need that. I was like, boo, I'm not doing it for you.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not doing it for social media. Like, I'm doing it because this is what I want to try out. And back then, I just wanted to try it out because I didn't know what it was, and I loved it, even though, you know, passing out I could do without.
Yes.
But I loved it, and every single time that I get it done, people are like, you know, how does your husband feel about like the lip fillers and stuff like that? I was like, he doesn't like it, but I was like, but it's my damn body, and I don't give a damn.
That's what I told Travis too. He's like, you don't need it. I'm like, okay, that's great. I know you don't think that I need it, and I'm so happy, and I love that for you.
But you want it.
I want it, one, because I'm already starting to get it. I'm 31 years old, and I think that, me personally, this is for me, okay? Preventative Botox would have made the lines a lot less than what they are now. And again, I don't have like super deep set lines, and just to be realistic, if you guys are watching this on YouTube, there is some sort of, I don't know what kind of filter there is on this camera.
I don't know, the camera works wonders. Okay.
Yeah, we didn't put one on there, it just came with the camera, and I'm always super transparent about that. Anytime anyone's like, wow, you're so beautiful, I'm like, thanks, it's the lighting, filter. It's the filter.
Makeup.
It's the makeup, yes. Like, I am not one, I don't want to be the one to create like unrealistic expectations. Like, it's just not, it's not it. So I do have like fine lines, and I'm not trying to get like a bunch of shit done. I want to get this done, and I want to get this done. I don't mind my smile lines. My crow's feet, it is what it is. I don't think those need to be done right now. I'm gonna be getting my titties done. I might even get my love handles done, because girl, and I don't want to hear, oh, you're so tiny. Listen, I've had these love handles my entire life and I hate them. If I got the money to get it done, let me get it done.
Yeah.
Period. And I encourage you to do the same. You know, if there's something you're not happy with and you can get it done, get it done. Like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah. That's exactly like how I feel. Like, I don't regret ever getting the fillers. I don't really regret getting fillers when people are like, you're so young, you don't really need to get it done. I was like, it's what I want to do, and if it's what I want to do and try it out, just like people change their hair colors, they change their nails, they change their outfits and stuff. Like, I just wanted to do this to change myself. I could either not like it and never do it again, or love it and keep doing it. You know, people go drastic with their freaking hair colors, and people go drastic with Botox. It's just whatever you want. But
as long as you feel good, like, why are some people like so offended about what other people? If it's not something that you would want to do, then don't do it.
And some people don't even notice it. Like, I've had people who literally I didn't see for months, and when I got my lips done, I was like, did you notice something different? They're like, no. I was like, that's kind of like what I want to do, where like no one else noticed it, but I did, and that made me feel better, and no one even knew that I did something to feel better. So I was like, that's good. That's all I needed. It was for myself.
Your lips looked really good though.
I freaking loved it. I mean, I don't like the initial part, like I say, I pass out every single time.
The initial part when I first saw it, it was a little big, and I was like,
oh yeah, it was swollen.
It was swollen. But once they came down, like they had, I mean, even when they were big though, like it didn't look bad. No. Like you didn't have any lines in your lips. Like they were beautiful.
I love getting it done. I think it was, you know, if that's something that you want. I don't want, you know, Kylie Jenner lips, but I liked it. I was doing beauty content on TRV Beauty back then, so I wanted to have fuller lips to do lip looks, and it just felt good. I don't know, I liked it. And I was like, you know, this is something I love doing. And it lasted a year, so I was like, you know, it's an investment. And again, I get my nails done, I get my hair done, and if it was something like everything that I do for myself. Like, I pick my nail colors for myself. Like,
yeah,
I do everything for me, and if people like it, great, and if people don't, okay.
It's so funny how, like you just said, like, you know, people can alter their appearance by like getting their nails done or getting their hair done, or, you know, but things like, you know, getting your lips done or getting your boobs done or something is like frowned upon. But those little things are not. Or getting tattoos. I mean, that's more socially acceptable now. Yeah. That's also something permanent on your body that, you know, alters your.
And it's other people's preferences. Like, when people get those long ass stiletto nails, I'm like, those are cute. I would never fucking do that, but like, those are cute. Like, you do you. I'm not gonna do that. Just like if people don't like, you know, someone getting their face filled or anything like that, like, that's fine. You don't have to like it. Like, someone else is doing it. They're
And
not
keep your comments
forcing you to do
yourself.
it.
Like, they don't care about your opinion. Like, honestly, like, if you have something nasty to say it to your girlfriend. Say it to your husband in private. Like, there's no reason to go on social media and let them know that they don't like it or you don't think that they needed it. Like, great.
Yeah, Mike does not tell me anything anymore because he's already at the point that he's like, Tiffany's just gonna do whatever she wants.
Yeah, I think
because he didn't want me to do lip fillers. Like the first time I did it, he really didn't want me to do it. He didn't like them, and I was like, that's fine. Like I didn't do it for you, and he got used to it and got over it. And then the second time when I went to do it again, he was like, you know, just be safe because he wasn't gonna say that he didn't like it because I was gonna do it regardless. And I think that's also a confidence thing too, because I feel like if I wasn't confident, I would have let him not liking it stop me from doing it. But I was like, I want this. I think it's gonna make me feel good. And just like with us with the lashes, when the men are saying they don't like us wearing lashes, and we're like, but we do.
Yep. I was like, I like them sometimes. Sometimes it has to be like the right step. But
they don't care for our lashes, and I'm like, that's cool. We're not putting them on you. Like,
yeah,
it's
like
for
when we
us.
went to Gasparilla, I had like gold glitter all. I put nail glue, or not nail glue, eyelash glue, and I put gold. And Travis was like, and I was like, I like it. I wanted to do something like bam for Gasparilla. You know what I mean? Like, I like it. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, they just have to accept it and move on, and just, you know.
Just like with my style, my style is all over the place. Sometimes I'm looking like a 12-year-old little boy. Sometimes I'm wearing workout clothes and I don't work out. Sometimes I look super girly. Sometimes, you know, I'm wearing a camo hat, shorts, and a flannel.
Never again. That trucker hat that I told you to take off when we were doing our video.
I'm still gonna wear it. And, you know, what advice would you have if someone were struggling with confidence?
The way people say fake it till you make it is, I think, is really a great mentality. Like, if you want to wear the dress and think you're like the hottest person in the room and like everyone's staring at you and like you're the life of the party, just act like that's happening. Because if anything, it's gonna make you have a good time even if no one else believes that. Like, you're just gonna feel like you had a great time. And like, let's say you go to a party and you're like, you know, everyone looked at me and I just felt so good and pretty, and you come home and no one gave a shit, no one looked at you, you're still gonna be on that high. And it's gonna make you feel better at the end of the day. So fake it till you make it, essentially. Like,
yeah, I agree.
Don't go crazy and like tell everyone to look at you, like your own personal like confidence.
I think your attitude, I think, has a lot to do with it too. Like, you have to truly believe it. You know what I mean? Like, if you, like you said, walk into the party and you're being all like,
yeah, just like act like. I've literally gone to places where I'm super nervous and I'm like, just act like everyone already knows me, everyone already loves me, and it just makes my life easier, even if it's not true. Like, I just believe in that. And then I will leave like the event or whatever and be like, that was a good time. Like, that was a great time. And like, not even think about like not like creating a false sense of reality, but like I just created like my own bubble of confidence that like, it was a good time. And I had a good time and I enjoyed myself and I was happy. And like, that's the whole point of being confident is to make yourself happy. Like, so.
Yeah. You know what else helped me a lot too? And I did this when we had just started and we were getting shit on a lot on TikTok, was I went on my personal Instagram and I followed a bunch of like positivity quotes pages. So when I was scrolling on, I would just see like these random positive quotes. You'd be like, yes, bitch, you are the queen, or whatever it is. And I'm like, damn, you know what? I am the queen. So that really helped. Again, just, you have to surround yourself with like-minded people. You have to believe it yourself. Buy yourself that cute outfit. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to start wearing your makeup a certain way, but you're unsure, just try it. Like, you got to put yourself out there. You got to try. I cannot stress enough, surround yourself with positive people.
Yes.
You know, if you want to.
I think surrounding yourself also with people who will, how do I say this? I guess I could give an example. Like, on the days where like I don't feel like doing makeup and dressing up, but I just want to go out and not feel self-conscious, you don't also dress up, and we're both like undressed and hot messes, but neither of us care. So it's like, we're not self-conscious and we're just having fun and focusing on whatever we're doing. And it's not like, damn, she dressed up to the nines, and not that you like have to, but like just days that we meet each other exactly like that, and we're both like feeding off of each other, that we just don't even notice that like we're not the 10 that we thought we were initially. Like, we're like, we look exactly like how we always do, because we're still like in the same type of environment that we always create, makeup or not makeup, you know, in our best or in our worst type of thing. So I think that also helps to just not feel self-conscious.
Yeah, and you'll grow too, because back in the day, you know, when I was 18, 19, when I was married, I was not a very confident person at all. Like the reason why I was as crazy as I was in my marriage was because I just was not confident. I had a lot of insecurities I had to work through, and I worked through it because I got older. And
Age, maturity, and
surrounding myself, like I said, like I hung out with Hannah for a couple years, and that just really like showed me, damn, you know,
you can do whatever you want.
I'm a bad bitch. And
You
then,
are a bad bitch. There you go.
and then, you know, as I got older, you know, I just stopped caring what, you know, I mean, I think there's just such a pressure when you're young to care what people think, and you know, you get that with high school mentality and, you know, like clickiness and all that. And as I got older and I became a mom and realized that, you know, I had 2 kids. My hips are not, they're not getting any smaller. They're going to be, you know, I got them birthing hips. They're going to be a little wide, and, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know,
and at this point, you literally have only one life to live. So it's like, why spend your time stressing out on things you can't control, or you just, you know, it's just going to make your life harder and more difficult and more stressful. Like, just live your life the best way that you can. Be confident, be happy. You essentially can control your life as far as, are you gonna have a good day or a bad day, and just enjoy it, because you're gonna sit at home stressing yourself out for no reason. Like, no one else is worried or concerned by how you look or how you feel. Why should you be so concerned? Just take it till you make it. Live your best life. Like we say all the time, we live in our best lives.
And we do struggle. Let me make that very clear. We are not walking around here, but there are days where I'm like, damn, you know, I am bloated, or I am this, or I am that. But you know what? You got to just push through it, and, you know, realize it's temporary. You know, if you've got a pimple and you're like, oh my God, this sucks, put some pimple cream on it.
Yep.
In 2 days, you'll be fine.
Yep. In 2 days, you'll be fine.
You just got to get out of that. And we do want to do a podcast on mental health.
Yes.
Eventually, maybe it'll be our next one, and we'll touch more on that and how we get through the days and stuff, because we have been very open with the fact that we both do struggle with mental health issues. But yeah, if you guys have any other questions that you want us to touch on, again, if you're watching on YouTube, comment it below, or you can always send up a question on Instagram. And we will be coming with the website soon that will have
a new one. Hopefully soon, a new website with more blog posts, maybe talking with more resources. I guess we can even add on there, would help too. So I think that'd be cool.
Yep. And if you guys just found us on a podcast randomly, we are the Moms of Tampa. You can find us on all social media platforms, Moms of Tampa.
Yes.
And we will catch you in the next one.
Yes. Have a good one, guys. Bye.